From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Get set.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. That was loose down the left sideline. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
600 block. I just want to rock. I just want to rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Set. 180.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
2nd down and 8. Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Michael Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Kirk now, the return man. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up? Go.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Hamler now on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They're kind of getting a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And the Rams had 10-3 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now it's Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set. Yellow 20. 20.
Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set. 280.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
A gain of 26
A
yards.
good pickup there, 26 yards.
Rams, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
A good pickup there at 22.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he pounds through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Get set, get set. Yo, run around, son.
Purdy from the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. That catch, by the way, number 1099 for his career, one away from 1,100.
Sounds like an IRS catch, doesn't it?
I was thinking the same thing. 1099. I just think I should be doing my taxes.
Exactly. Got to turn it in. He's accumulating those kind of numbers, isn't he?
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Kirk. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A 71-yard punt return. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score, Niners 14. and 7.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
1 yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Ready. 180.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Stafford. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
14 yards on the
I don't
play.
care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, we joked on his 1,099 catch that 1099 reminded us of our taxes. This one's not as funny. He has 1,100 catches. He is legit.
Well, he's also in a different tax bracket than we are. Because of those 1,100 catches, he has earned it, hasn't he?
Indeed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
There's Stafford. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Michael Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Now Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You're guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
280! White 7! Alert! What hot?
Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
On for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get set, get set. Line around, up.
A first carry here for Jordan James. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now with Purdy. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Purdy. This is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. In motion right is Watkins. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The pass game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, give me radar. Set. Yellow 20.
To throw is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
A gain of 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play.
Rams 13.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Back to throw. Stafford. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
The left side throw complete to Adams. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. His last catch was number 1100. This one, 1101. Puts him even with 2013 Hall of Famer Chris Carter.
So it just tells you it doesn't matter whether you catch it with 1 hand, catch it with 2 hands. They count the save, and what a number he has put up in his career.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Lady!
Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think,
and now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brian Robinson Jr., 65 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Moody good with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. The Rams take over 1st and 10. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Michael Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Stay 50, stay 50.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going over reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Try and go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there?
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
At the 43-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Boy, he's moving right up the career leaderboard. Last catch tied him with Chris Carter. This one ties him with Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison.
So can he go ahead and prepare his speech right now for whatever date he's going to be inducted?
Want the measurements for the jacket?
Measurements for the jacket, what are the details for the weekend, how many people can he invite to the party? Because he's going to Canton.
If anybody's listening, I'm a 38 regular. Out of the gun, Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Oh, this is a great play right here by a very versatile linebacker. It's a zone defense, so he's responsible for one area of the field. And Brandon, I don't think the quarterback ever saw it. Or if he did, he saw him too late because he snuck into a great position there to pick that one off.
Outside, release. 18, watch out.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Get set, get set. 21.
On the ground, it's James. And brought down inside the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And a 49er first down.
Purdy looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. Out of the gun, Purdy. That'll be caught by James. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In motion left comes Brown. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Get set.
McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got his, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
22.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Back back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
James. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
He was tackled.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 72 yards. And the Niners had 6 to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Rams, 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Martin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Atwell, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
I got him. 70 lying.
Back to throw again. And it is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Rams first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Panther 6.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Martin. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go. 72.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.